This video is on number machines or function machines, okay? So what you have is you put a number in and then things happen to it. So in this function machine or number machine, we've got the first thing that happens to the number is 3 gets added to it. And then whatever the answer to that is gets multiplied by 5 and we get the output. Okay, so the first question is asking me what would the output be when the input is 9. So what happens is 9 goes into the machine, okay, and then the first thing that happens to it is add 3. So we get our answer of 12, okay, and then it moves along the machine again and it's now multiplied by 5. So 12 times 5 is 60. So that is what the output would be. Okay, so it's quite straightforward, that one. The second question is what is the input when the output is 40? Okay, so this is going the opposite way now. I want to know, I've got the answer, so how can I get to the number that we started with? So what you do is you go backwards through the machine. And what happens is you do the opposites to what are there, the inverse. Okay, so let's do this. So we go in at 40. We're coming this way. The inverse of times by 5 is divide 5. Okay, so I'm going to put it on here as well. So divide 5 when we're going this way through the machine. So divide by 5, which is 8. Okay, and then the next part, the inverse of add 3 would be to take away 3. So I've got 8 was my last answer, take away 3, so the answer is 5. Let's double check that that works. So let's put 5 in. 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 times 5 is 40, so that works. Okay, the last part is the part that is a little bit more tricky because obviously it's wanting us to figure out the output when the input is X. So we don't have a value. But what you have to remember is what I did here, okay? So we put the number into the machine, this time it's X, and we're going to add 3 to it. So X add 3, and I get the answer. Then I'm going to multiply that answer by 5, okay? What's important here though is that I'm not doing 3 times 5 and then adding X to it. Because if we have a look up here, if I did 3 times 5 is 15 plus 9, 15 plus 9 is 24. That's not what the output would be. What I want to times 5 by is the answer to this. So we must put brackets in to make sure that we know that we're multiplying all of this by 5. So our answer to this by 5. So it's the rules of BIDMAS. We would do this first and then times our answer by 5. Hope that helps everyone.